Good evening and welcome to the news. First, let us take a look at the headlines. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said the central and state governments are continuously trying to establish peace and harmony in Manipur. Clum festival concludes in July with pomp and traditional gaiety. Members of District Council wants elections to be held soon, says Chief Executive Member KHADC. 16th edition of joint military exercise Nomadic Elephant between Indian and Mongolian armies commenced today. And heavy rainfall triggers landslides, flash floods, roadblock and damages in several parts of Garo Hills. The news in detail. Replying to the motion of thanks on President Draupadi Murmu's address to the joint sitting of Parliament in Rajya Sabha, Prime Minister Narendra Modi talked about Manipur, saying the central and state governments are continuously trying to establish peace and harmony in the state. He said the incidence of violence is on the decline in the state. The Prime Minister said that the Home Minister and Minister of State for Home stayed there for many days and toured several times to connect with people. Apart from political leadership, top officers of the government are working round the clock to find a way out.
वहां जो कुछ भी घटनाएं घटी, 11,000 से ज्यादा एफआईआर की गई है। मणिपुर छोटा सा राज्य है, 11,000 एफआईआर की गई है। 500 से ज्यादा लोग अरेस्ट हुए हैं। आदरणीय सभापति जी, इस बात को भी हमें स्वीकार करना होगा कि मणिपुर में लगातार हिंसा की घटनाएं कम होती जा रही है। इसका मतलब शांति का आशा रखना, शांति पे भरोसा करना संभव हो रहा है।
The Clum festival concluded today with prayer and grandeur at Siem Atnar. In the early morning, a sacred ritual was performed to honor and pay respect to Katen Kawet Kado, the ancestors of Kakur, Sokpo and the first settlers of Jowai town. The most significant part of the morning on the culmination day is Ka Cho Tandai, performed in every household to seek the blessings of Utre Kirat. As midday approaches, a crowd gathers at Siem Atnar to witness the grand finale of this splendid festival. Finally, Ka Knong Blai is brought and carefully placed in the center of the pool. This year's festival was graced by the presence of Meghalaya Chief Minister Conrad Sangma and other dignitaries.
Maintain and celebrate our culture as it is a mark of the identity of who we are, and no matter how we move forward in life, our culture and our identity will always be with us, and hence it has been the endeavor of this government to ensure that we always support all these kind of programs and ensure that our cultural identity is always maintained.
Khazi Hills Autonomous District Council KHADC Chief Executive Member CEM Panyat Singh CEM has said that the Executive Committee is waiting for the report from the Delimitation Committee. CEM further said that he leave it to the wisdom of the members of the Delimitation Committee. Quoting media reports, the CEM said that as per the statement of the chairman of the Delimitation Committee will submit its report within this month. He also said that even the members of District Council want that elections should be held as soon as possible.
Laksanya nak kalian ke Executive Committee ban don ye ke Delimitation Committee but kila don chairman committee or ki members tengi I hajing start jungki but ngai I mene hapo ki media reports la pau shai ban kalian chairman yong ban submit na kumno se hapo jong ni u benai tingin up ye kata but nak kalian jong ni ru baro ni askwa ban long no election namal ba de kapor te ka nak kalian jong ni la long be ba la pen kret be de puta.
The 16th edition of the joint military exercise Nomadic Elephant between the armies of India and Mongolia commenced today at the joint training node Umroi. The exercise will continue till 16th July. The exercise was organized with an aim to enhance interoperability between the two military forces in carrying out semi-conventional operations in semi-urban mountainous terrain. Ganbolt Dambajov, ambassador of Mongolia to India, attended the inauguration as a chief guest. In his address, Dambajov highlighted the historical ties between India and Mongolia, which include political, economic, foreign and military coordination exercise. Nomadic Elephant is an annual training event with Mongolia which is conducted alternatively in Mongolia and India.
Capability of Mongolian forces, especially in peacekeeping operations around the world under the UN umbrella, as well as give more opportunity for our military personnel to interact with each other, learn the best practices of each other. And of course, this training is in line of the Indian policy, Act East policy, as well as the Mongolian further foreign policy process.
The heavy rainfall a few days back has triggered landslides, flash floods, roadblock and damages in several parts of Garo Hills. In South Garo Hills, a landslide occurred yesterday under Gasaupara block, which affected 5 villages, in which 6 houses were damaged. Flash flood landslide also occurred in Southwest Garo Hills yesterday under Beta Singh. Heavy rainfall occurred today, causing a roadblock at Bakmara New Market Junction near Circuit House. PWD roads are planning for the subway. The residents under Sora's aimship met the Khasi Hills Autonomous District Council KHADC Chief Executive Member CEM Pinyat Singh's aim yesterday on the reclassification of Majai, a village under Hima Sora, into Arat. During the meeting with the CEM, the residents of Sora's aimship demanded from the KHADC to revoke the June 24th notification reclassifying Majai as Arat. Meanwhile, the KHADC CEM told reporters that the council has asked Sora's aimship to exercise their mind and come out with the best solution for all stakeholders. This matter will be reviewed after the KHADC session, which will be held later this month.
Pang no ya kamajai. Dan kalian jogi kun ki hajar jogi masurang ila awan ban ada kajingtho ya I CM bagi dawaru ba ide men no mardor ya kanika notification ya karai. Men no pendam no ya ni ka penting raj na po ka sinong majai.
Nakaliang jungi ke ikabungi kran mene kalong ba ngi panpor naki ai lat dingiru banlang exercise syu ke ikababahatam kabangin le habib kanika jing dawa ka jungki de ho kamdei ka basuk bakiwan mene ban aikot mentah-mentah hingan syu rai dakumne dakumtai lene ban rai ban weng no lene ban penne kata kamdei ka ba suk ba mentah-mentah ring la panpor iki ngiru mentah dai konkret seka session jong council le se hadin ka session ni la ban ya penbaik di habib kanika jing kwa ka jungki kum ki khod ki haja.
The president of East Khasi Hills Taxi Welfare Association, Wandonbok Jurwa, said in Shillong many taxis are using fake number plates. He informed that many such cases were found in Shillong and the traffic police have not taken any action on them. He urged the traffic police to conduct checks and not to depend on stickers. Jurwa also requested all the associations not to permit any vehicles that do not have proper documents to be in the taxi stand.
Kalau ada mentam musim action tu, mentah kiri obat ni kali, semua kiri obat ni kali bandar mentah permit. Hendak kamai pakai kiri commercial vehicle. Dia habuk mana bayar? Sebenarnya enjoy tu kan enjoy. Tak habuk sebelah lah, aku lupa. Kapung berjuting, pengiyor.
All Khasi Hills Achik Federation AKHAF has submitted a petition to the Expert Committee on Reservation. Saramina D. Marak, president of the Women's Wings, said the organization has urged the Expert Committee to maintain the status quo without disturbing the job reservation for Garo. She further said that the Federation has suggested the Expert Committee to reduce or to take from the remaining 20% and add it to Khasi and Janta category without disturbing the 40% job reservation for Garos.
Already our forefathers are those who first government form, they have constitute the amendment, so it should be remain as it is.
Bala Risuk Murya of St. Edmund's High Secondary School, Shillong has secured the 9th position in the HSSLC Science after re-evaluation of results by MBOS. Speaking to the media, Bala Risuk expressed dissatisfaction with the marks that she received, and this made her request for re-evaluation from MBOS. She also urged other students who are not satisfied with their marks to come forward and seek re-evaluation on the paper.
Mensual na do top 10 dalay marks ipari evaluate kan mensual papaya isha ka result so hundre na expect banyo do tang top 10 te takadang ipari evaluate ya so menti nama layo yang kajing pun maya tadi te yo confidence ro ban prepare bhasha man
yang mereka mau ya kini kena ke bana ngish kemarin ada kimsem punya teman kelaban evaluate mari checking the paper tambah ada kemah keluar berdasar iPhone yang aku sih yang bos. Lalu kita kelaban saya kena jadi kita minta seluruh nama yang jumpa jam ke sekolah itu itu setengah lima modul kita ada merit list mana top 10 kamu minta apa ada evaluate bila Q kemah tu bila awan tu ada position dan awan position menaik.
Highly decomposed body of a 16-year-old Siddharth Chetri was recovered at Maudum, Umyam on Monday evening by local fishermen. SDRF personnel had been searching for the body of a 16-year-old boy who was swept away by a flash flood on the evening of June 23rd. Deputy Superintendent of Police Jyoti Walang said that the mother identified her son's body yesterday through a scar mark on his right leg. She also informed that the family requested for post-mortem exemption since they did not suspect any foul play in the drowning case. Here is an important announcement. The state government has announced a dedicated disaster emergency number to streamline crisis management and support. For any disaster-related emergencies, please call these emergency number 112 or 1070. The weather report. The maximum temperature was 23.4 degrees Celsius and the minimum temperature was 18 degrees Celsius. Relative humidity in the morning was 96%, while in the evening was 87%. Rainfall recorded today was 1.5 millimeters. The forecast: moderate rain and thundershower are likely to occur at most places. Before we wind up, here are the headlines once again. Prime Minister Narendra Modi said the central and state governments are continuously trying to establish peace and harmony in Manipur. Clum festival concludes in July with pomp and traditional gaiety. Members of District Council wants elections to be held soon, says Chief Executive Member KHEDC. 16th edition of joint military exercise Nomadic Elephant between Indian and Mongolian armies commenced today. And heavy rainfall triggers landslides, flash floods, roadblock and damages in several parts of Garo Hills. That's all we have in the news for today. Until we meet again tomorrow at the same time, same channel. Thank you for watching and good night.